Alright, here we go. Had some issues yesterday. I think I fixed it. Just gonna check the USB connection to make sure it's okay. Happens again, we will try it live. Not gonna bother playing that. So yeah, I'm stuck over here. I gave a thing to her, but I didn't want to record it for fear of, you know, breaking everything. Hello. Hi.
I've got your back.
I need to trade some things with you.
How can I serve you, my Thane? Let's get going then.
I'm gonna sell some of these axes.
Let me know if you see anything you like.
Hello. Hi.
Welcome to War Maidens.
What have you got for sale?
Warrior. Take a look.
Elven armor, huh? Oh, whoops. I guess I bought it.
Good. Doing business with you. We've got small weapons as well as big. Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage? Until next time.
Alright, what am I doing right now? Looking for quests. Okay. I could head to Riverwood. I might head to Riverwood. Yeah, let's head to Riverwood. Let's do it.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you do.
I've actually looked in there. Okay, it's just windows and stuff. I should have put all my books back in my house. Hello.
Still here.
I need to trade some things with you.
How can I
Come too
serve
far.
you, my Thane? Going then.
Hello.
Need something? Unlike the rest of my family, I've got work to do.
Okay. Good to know. She's got work to do, apparently. I feel like this is really slow going. Oh, come on. Everything's shaking. Why is everything shaking? I hate this. Okay. Zip-a-ba-ba. Okay, where's my controls? I can't find my controls. Just upping my backward, my walking speed slightly. If that's not a volcano, right? It's totally a volcano. Shout wold! One way to fast travel around Skyrim. Hi. Hello. Alright, fine. Ignore me then. Dig ass nobleman. Whew. Yeah, there we go. Everything's working fine now. It's gotta be the USB.
I don't think you were followed. Come on, I have a plan.
You need to choose between those two boys. It ain't fair to stay in the family with the tugging on their heartstrings.
It's bad enough my brother is on me to be quiet. Don't you start too.
Just saying you should pick one to settle down with.
I figured out how we're going to get you into the Thalmor embassy.
That didn't take long.
I've been doing this a long time, remember? While the Thalmor have been looking for me, I've been watching them.
So what's your plan? How do I infiltrate the Thalmor embassy? What? Hi.
I figured out how we're going to get you. The Thalmor ambassador, Elenwen, regularly throws parties where the rich and connected cozy up to the Thalmor. I can get you into one of those parties. Once you're inside the embassy, you can get away and find Elenwen's secret files. I have a contact inside the embassy. He's not up for this kind of high-risk mission, but he can help you. His name is Malborn. I'll get word for him to meet you in Solitude at the Winking Skeever. You know it? While you're doing that, I'll work on getting you an invitation to Elenwen's little party. Meet me at the Solitude stables after you've arranged things with Malborn. Any questions?
Who's this contact of yours? You sure I can trust him?
Don't worry about Malborn. He's not a dangerous character like you. But he hates the Thalmor at least as much as I do. He's a wood elf. The Thalmor wiped out his family back in Valenwood during one of their purges that we never hear about. Luckily, they don't know who he really is, or he wouldn't be serving drinks at the ambassador's parties.
How am I going to get into this party?
Let me handle that. You'll have a real invitation, don't worry. As long as you can act the part of a Thalmor toady, you'll get past the guards.
Yeah,
What?
I wasn't done asking a question.
Something you're still confused about?
Once I'm inside the embassy, then what?
That's when the fun starts. You'll have to slip away from the party without raising the alarm. Then you'll need to find Elenwen's office and search her files. Malborn should be able to point you in the right direction.
I'll see you in Solitude after I meet Malborn.
Sounds good. Be careful.
What time is it in game? It's nighttime.
We will take back our home. Down with Ulfric, the killer of kings. On the day of your death, we will drink and we'll sing. We're the children of Skyrim, and we fight all our lives. And when Sovngarde beckons, every one of us dies. This land is ours, and we'll see it wiped clean of the scourge that has sullied our hopes and our dreams.
I'll have some meat.
Coming right up.
You just find that lying around? Must be your lucky day.
Take some arrows.
You just find that lying around? Must be your lucky day.
Why are so many people just hanging out in... Please tell me I drank that. Yeah, I drank it. I'm gonna get drunk. I'm gonna eat something. Eat some bread.
We got rooms and food. Drink, too.
I'd like to rent a room.
Hey, sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this
It
way.
means so much to us to have the claw back where it belongs. Thank you.
Faendal thinks he can woo Camilla Valerius away from me. She's already mine, I keep telling him.
Let me know.
You and Findel both like the same girl?
Camilla Valerius knows I'm the best man in Riverwood. That elf is kidding himself if he thinks she would choose him over me. I've seen him sneaking over to the Riverwood trader to speak with her when I'm not around. He's wasting his time.
Yes, two people spending time together never blossoms into courtship. You're good.
Is that sarcasm? I've heard better wisecracks
Yes.
from Orgnar. Still, you have a point. Camilla letting Faendal visit her isn't a good thing for me. Here, let me give you a particularly venomous letter. Say it's from Faendal. That should get Camilla to stop inviting the elf over. All right, then.
Hi.
You're not from around here. That makes two of us.
Yeah, Sven wanted to trick you into believing this letter was from Findel.
What are you talking about? What's in the letter? Oh my. He wanted me to think Faendal wrote this?
Gonna steal
Thank
your
you for
purse.
telling me the truth. Could you talk to Faendal as well? I'm sure he'll want to thank you for standing up for him. I'd better get going.
Which room is mine? I don't remember. I think it's this one. Alright. The long trek to Solitude. Maybe I'll find a dungeon on the way. One can only hope. This is kind of a boring journey. Whoa. That's a noise. That's a noise. Shout, Fusro da! Coming back around. This reminds me of New Zealand right here. These fiddlehead ferns. Oh yeah. Alright, well, I'm just gonna keep moving. If that dragon wants a piece, it can come get me. civilization-ish. You know what? I want to read a book. Hello. Hi. Excuse me.
Still here.
I need to trade some things with you.
How can I serve you, my thing?
Those are long and boring. I think I just picked one.
How can I art?
Before the Ages of Man, by Icantar of Shimmerine, chronicles the major events of the Dawn and Merethic eras. Timeline Series, Volume 1. Before man came to rule Tamriel, and before the chronicles of the historians recorded the affairs of the rulers of Tamriel, the events of our world are known only through myths and legends, and through the divinely inspired teachings of the Nine Divines. For convenience, historians divided the distant ages of prehistory into two broad periods of time, the Dawn Era and the Merethic Era. The Dawn Era. The Dawn Era is that period before the beginning of mortal time, when the feats of the gods take place. The Dawn Era ends with the exodus of the gods and magic from the world at the founding of the Adamantine Tower. The term Merethic comes from the Nordic, literally meaning era of the elves. The Merethic Era is the prehistoric time after the exodus of the gods and magic from the world at the founding of the Adamantine Tower, and before the arrival of Ysgramor the Nord in Tamriel. The following are the most notable events of the Dawn Era, presented roughly in sequence as it must be understood by creatures of time such as ourselves. The cosmos formed from the Orbis, chaos or totality, by Anu and Padme. Akatosh, or Oriel, formed and time began. The gods, known as Et Ada, formed. Lorcan convinced, or tricked, the gods into creating the mortal plane of Nerd. The mortal plane was at this point highly magical and dangerous. As the gods walked, the physical makeup of the mortal plane and even the timeless continuity of existence itself became unstable. When Magic, or Magnus, architect of the plans for the mortal world, decided to terminate the project, the gods convened at the Adamantine Tower, Direni Tower, the oldest known structure in Tamriel, and decided what to do. Most left when Magic did. Others sacrificed themselves into other forms so that they might stay, they known as the Elnofae. Lorcan was condemned by the gods to exile into the mortal realms, and his heart was torn out and tossed from the tower, where it landed a volcano form. With Magic, in the mythic sense, gone, the cosmos stabilized. Elven history, finally linear, began. Merethic Era, 2500. The Merethic Era. The Merethic Era was figured by early Nord scholars as a series of years numbered in reverse order, backward from their beginning of time. The founding of the Cameron dynasty, recorded as year zero of the First Era. The prehistoric events of the Merethic Era are listed here with their traditional Nordic Merethic dates. The earliest Merethic date cited by King Harold's scholars was Merethic Era 2500, the Nordic reckoning of the first year of time. As such, the Merethic Era extends from ME 2500 in the distant past to ME 1, the year before the founding of the Cameron dynasty and the establishment of the White Gold Tower as an independent city-state. According to King Harold's bards, Merethic Era 2500 was the date of construction of the Adamantine Tower on Balfiera Island in High Rock, the oldest known structure on Tamriel. This corresponds roughly to the earliest historical dates given in various unpublished Elvish chronicles. During the early Merethic Era, the aboriginal beast peoples of Tamriel, the ancestors of the Khajiit, Argonian, Orcish, and other beast folk, lived in pre-literate communities throughout Tamriel. In the middle of the Merethic Era, the Aldmeri refugees, mortals of elven origin, left their doomed and now lost continent of Aldmeris, also known as Old Elnofae, and settled in southwestern Tamriel. The first colonies were distributed at wide intervals on islands along the entire coast of Tamriel. Later inland settlements were founded primarily in fertile lowlands in southwest and central Tamriel. Wherever the beast folk encountered the elves, the sophisticated, literate, technologically advanced Aldmeri cultures displaced the primitive beast folk into the jungles, marshes, mountains, and wastelands. The adamantine tower was rediscovered and captured by the Durrani, a prominent and powerful Aldmeri clan. The Crystal Tower was built on Somerset Isle, and later, White Gold Tower in Cyrodiil. During the Middle Merethic era, Aldmeri explorers mapped the coasts of Vardenfell, building the first era High Elven wizard towers at Ald Redania, Balfell, Talarun, and Tel Mora in Morrowind. It was also during this period that Eilid, or Wild Elven, settlements flourished in the jungles surrounding the White Gold Tower, present-day Cyrodiil. Wild Elves, also known as the Heartland High Elves, preserved the Dawn-era magics and language of the El-No-Fae. Ostensibly a tribute land to the High King of Alinor, the Heartland's long lines of communication from the Somerset Isles sovereignty effectively isolated Cyrodiil from the High Kings at Crystal Tower. The late Middle Merethic era is the period of the High Velothi culture. The Chimere, ancestors of the modern Dunmer, or Dark Elves, were dynamic, ambitious, long-lived elven clans devoted to fundamentalist ancestor worship. The Chimere clans followed the prophet Veloth out of the ancestral elven homelands in the southwest to settle in the lands now known as Morrowind. Despising the secular culture and profane practices of the Dwemer, the Chimere also coveted the lands and resources of the Dwemer.
Oh, come on,
for
stop
centuries
it.
Provoked them with minor raids and territorial disputes. The Dwemer, or dwarves, free-thinking, reclusive elven clans devoted to the secrets of science, engineering, and alchemy, established underground cities and communities in the mountain range, later the Velothi Mountains, separating modern Skyrim and Morrowind. The late Merethic era marks the precipitous decline of Velothi culture. Some Velothi settled in villages near declining and abandoned ancient Velothi towers. During this period, Velothi high culture disappeared on Vardenfell Island. The earliest Dwemer freehold colonies date from this period. Degenerate Velothi devolved into tribal cultures which, in time, evolved into the modern Great Houses of Morrowind, or persisted as the barbarian Ashlander tribes. The only surviving traces of this tribal culture are scattered Velothi towers and Ashlander nomads on Vardenfell Island. The original First Era High Elven wizard towers along the coast of Tamriel were also abandoned at about this time. It was in the late Merethic era that the pre-literate humans, the so-called Nedic peoples,
Shout
Foos! Atmora, also Altmore, or the Elderwood in
Shout Fusroda!
migrated and settled in northern Tamriel. The Nord cultural hero Iskramor, leader of a great colonizing fleet to Tamriel, is credited with developing a runic transcription of Nordic speech based on Elven principles, and so Iskramor is considered the first human historian. Iskramor's fleet landed at Hyserik Head, the extreme northern tip of Skyrim's Broken Cape. The Nords built there the legendary city of Sarthal. The elves drove the men away during the Night of Tears, but Iskramor soon returned with his 500 companions. Also during the late Merethic era, the legendary immortal hero, warrior, sorcerer, and king, variously known as Pelinel Whitestrake, Harold Harrybreeks, Ismir, Hans the Fox, etc., wandered Tamriel, gathering armies, conquering lands, ruling, and then abandoning his kingdom to wander again.
The heck is this guy? Is he a hunter or what is he?
Take this and hold on to it. I'll be back for it later. I'll pay you good. Don't lose it. No time to talk. Snitch or double-cross me and I'll kill you. I mean it. What's that?
Hi.
Need something?
Oh. Thought you were hunting that guy. Guess I was wrong. If I remember correctly, this dragon summon is buggy. It doesn't always work. Oh, this guy will wake up at some point. Hello.
Yes.
Oh, you're a farmer. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it here, because that dragon's not showing up. I got 15 minutes in, and I gotta go to work, so... Alright. Computer, quick save. Oops. Alright. I am outta here. Peace out, everybody.